Greetings, whisky folk, and welcome to the official Dram Association Unbottling of Gordon and MacPhail's Connoisseur's Choice from Glen Spey Distillery. This is a distillery I am very unfamiliar with. I'm not certain I've ever even had something from Glen Spey. I thought I had for a while, but it turns out that Glen Spey is a different distillery altogether than the distillery that makes the Spey whiskey, which is a distillery called Speyside. Both of them are in the Speyside region. But yeah, the Speyside distillery makes a whiskey called Spey, which is not Glen Spey. Glen Spey is a different Speysider from Speyside whiskey, which is also made in Speyside. You with me? Good. Right. So, they have a Flora and Fauna release, I think, Diageo owned, I assume, because that's who makes Flora and Fauna releases. And this is really interesting. Gordon and MacPhail have done a small batch. I say small batch, pretty large for an independent bottler, to be honest. This is 3,500 bottles. So they thought they were really onto something with this whiskey. They were very, very proud of it, I guess, to make that much. They thought they were really coming up with something special. There's a word that from the English language that I'm forgetting right now. Anyway, this is batch 21/51. It was bottled on the 19th of April, 2021, and filled in 2009. The initial maturation was in a refill bourbon barrel, or a selection of refill bourbon barrels, but then, and here's the kicker, it was finished, I guess, probably vatted together and then finished in a selection of Cote Rotie casks. And I'm probably butchering that. It's French, and therefore I'm bad at it. Cote Rotie is a sub-region of... Ooh, Megan's going to be really upset with me right now. Is it a Cote Rotie? I might have to cheat. One sec. Google has the answers. It is... Cote Rotie DOC it's honestly, I'm terrible with wine. Yeah, it is Rhone. Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, it's Rhone, and it's a Syrah grape. Cool. All right, we're getting somewhere. I guess it could be Viognier, but it looks like a red wine cask to me because you don't get that shade of red from a bourbon cask or a white wine cask generally. 12 years aged. Let's give it a go, shall we? Bottle at 45, a respectable ABV for a small batch whiskey. This came in a little while ago, and it's actually been on the shelf for a while, but I haven't put it up on the website yet, because I wasn't entirely sure whether I wanted to put it on the shelf or whether I was wanting to save it for a special release. So as such, I haven't really told anyone about it, but it has been there if you're looking for it, but only in store, not online. I don't generally do that. I don't know why I did in this case. I guess I was sort of trialing the concept. I probably won't do it again. I like having everything online so people know what we've got. Such a cool colour. It's kind of... looks like it would cure your wounds. Looks sort of the colour of old school iodine antiseptics. Doesn't smell like it though. Blimey. Oh, yeah, that's good. It's so easy to overpower a whiskey with red wine casks, assuming, again, that this is the red Cote Rotie. It has to be. And yeah, it's a real art form to make sure that you don't overpower the malt. And this is very much done that from my impression of the nose, at least. Still whiskey forward, but some really nice musty grape notes and sort of peppery blackcurranty notes there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, it's the best of both worlds. Starts off just a straight up classic bourbon cask whiskey. I want to say very Glen Grant-esque, and I think these guys are actually close to Glen Grant geographically. No, I mean, again, I've never really paid much attention to Glen Spey. I've not really had much. I feel like it's that part of the world, though. Stylistically, it feels very, like, straight bourbon Glen Grant. on the front, and then all of a sudden it just kind of wraps around and gets cushioned by this big red wine. It's both. Like, it's not overpowering the malt. It lets the malt speak first, but then it's like in a debate where, you know you've got something really good to say, but you're going to let the other person have their say too, just to be polite. And then you're going to say something that just, like, doesn't negate what the other person said. It lifts it up. It emphasizes it, but you know that what you said had more impact. And that's definitely what's going on here. The wine is slightly more impactful, but it doesn't overpower the malt. It lets both things get to say their piece. Oh, yeah. That is probably one of the best red wine cask whiskies I've ever had. It's like, and I mean, I really mean this, and I feel bad saying it because, I think Adam Hannett has done an absolutely fantastic job with the past few releases that I've managed to try. This is what the Bruichladdich Black Arts is trying to be. And that feels wild because I'm saying this about I think this is like $150 or something, probably less, I can't remember. It's irrelevant at this point. Whatever the price is, it's great value. If this whiskey, honestly, specs wise, yes, it's 12 years old. Yes, it's not single cask. But flavor wise, if this whiskey is less than $200, it's a bargain. Honestly, probably more than that. Like, Black Arts goes for $450, $600 now, and this feels. It feels like it's doing that beautiful dance, that balance, better. Possibly accidentally, possibly on purpose. Maybe this was just a weird fluke that these wine casks worked really weirdly well with these whiskies. Maybe Gordon and MacPhail knew that. Maybe they didn't know that, and they're just like, oh wow, happy accident. Not sure what's going on there. I'd love to find out. Actually, I might shoot Richard Ricard a little message and go, what's the story here? How did you accidentally make such a bloody good whiskey? But yeah, this is phenomenal. I'm really glad I bought it on a whim, and hopefully there'll be more. James at Authentic, if you happen to be watching this, yes, bring more, please. I will buy more. Wow, that's so good. I really hope this isn't a blind tasting at the Indy Showcase. I really hope that the flavors in this translate well when you're not expecting them. Sometimes in a blind tasting, if you have something that you can't quite put your finger on, it kind of detracts from the whiskey a little bit. And that's possibly something that happens with the Black Arts, to be honest. They don't tell you what's in it, so it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for here. Knowing what I'm looking for in this, it is beautifully done. Yeah. I hope this does well. I have high hopes for this one in the tasting. If there's any left, strathliquor.com. If you go to dramassociation.com, which forwards to our strathliquor.com subpage, you will find all of the whiskies that are available that are featured right now. 10% off for all Dram Association members. Free to join. And yeah, Slan Shavar. I'm going to sit back and enjoy this for a while before I do the next whiskey.